people's picks for the team.
And an Absol has appeared on our screen yet again, this time from Raytow. What is with EU picking up the Absol?
Well, basically what happened is I complained about speedsters, and then they're like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
That's
No,
essentially what happened
good,
is
Spraggles. What
I
are you
tried to make a point about speedsters, so I'm immediately proven wrong. Here's what I'll say. No one's playing Cinderace. You'll never see it. You're about to see 6 Cinderace games in NA.
Yeah. Oh, man. I know you don't have a camera on the stream right now, Spraggles, but I could hear a giant wink out of Spraggles towards the camera when he said that out loud.
Wink, wink. Sometimes I actually say wink, which I think is overdoing it.
I also think saying sometimes is underselling it, how often you do it.
That's true. That's true. It's all the time, baby. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
pretty frequent.
We're having fun here.
Yeah.
Toon Slimothy, by the way, playing the Del Fox. I've been liking Toon on the Fox. They're jungling it this time, so I wonder if they are going to be, you know, dashing, or if they are going to be spinning. I'm not sure.
Feels like a dash game to me. Fire Spin is incredible into Buzzwole. It's like one of your best options into Buzzwole. How I feel like the rest of your composition kind of covers for it. So you could go all in on it, I suppose, but I don't know. This game feels pretty good for Flame Charge Mystical Fire to me.
It sets up some delicious snipe shots, though, for sure.
True. Oh, that's a good point, though. I do like those, and I know Yûtao likes them even more. Water Gun and 2 critical hits from, of course, our favorite emo fan, the Drizzile.
Yeah, they love it. Boy, I was disappointed with that Pokemon's evolution inside the mainline games.
Water types and disappointing final stage evolutions. Name a more iconic duo, really.
I'm a Quavel fan.
Okay.
I'm on board.
You and maybe one other person.
Keep dancing, baby. You do you. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, the hair is just too good. It's way too good. Oh, Spraggle's mic is lower. Okay, I can definitely chill my voice too. So I can. Everybody. If I'm way too loud, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I can lower you.
Okay, sounds good. It sounds like chat has been campaigning for me to be lower. Mostly because they don't want to hear me anymore. But I will
just,
take it.
Like, you know, at some keep talking, Zoinks. We'll see if the chat.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So
that looks better. I'm looking at the levels right now. That looks better.
Okay. And it is Fire Spin. So yeah, you're correct. It's gonna be there for the setup and. It's going to be powerful. That goal zone left at 2 as well. Early game going phenomenally for Nouns Esports. Already setting up for a huge overdunk. And that last critical hit auto attack is going to set it up perfectly. Bruv even finds a way to get another stack in and put that goal zone at 1.
I know. Don't you absolutely love that? I mean, in a solo queue game, a person's walking down there with 3 any minute now. But of course, these players are not going to pull that. They're deciding how they want to break this up right here. This is for a stack, for sure.
Yeah, and for Regieleki, right? They obviously are not rotating at this point in time, so we may as well send that towards tier 2.
Yes. So nice little zoning out there from Toon, just making sure that they can easily get that Registeel and no one has an opportunity to steal it right there. Of course, that Unite move is on basically 0 cooldown, so it's able to make that happen. I like the play there from Absol running to the bottom path, looking for a sneaky move, but Nouns actually maybe sussed it out or just decided they weren't going to move in with it. However, we've got a big goal zone open right here, jumping on in. There's 30, and we have 2 more members of the team running to the top path.
Yeah, I doubt Nevorix gets out of this, but I say that as the Unite move in, and somehow Bro finds a way to do an instance of damage to KO them before their damage can even really be done. Raytow gonna retreat level 10, but we do have Convicts walking away with a sizable score lead even before the 6-minute mark.
So this is the other Absol, by the way. We're looking at Night Slash, I believe, right? I think that's what I just saw in that moment.
Night Slash Psycho Cut, then?
So now we're seeing 2 different Absols. Night Slash Psycho Cut is great for like that quick burst on things. You'll also get that, of course, with the Unite move. But you get a massive burst onto enemies and, you know, objective Pokemon with it.
Also, I'm so terrified of your chat because I see people saying justice for Zoinks and we love Zoinks, and then a bunch of messages deleted by moderator. So I don't, I don't know what's happening there, but I gotta keep my head away from it for a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I'm also not sure. It feels like we're on a message deleting spree on Twitch. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with it, to be honest.
Okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Here we have Bruv and Toon pushing towards this goal zone. Interesting to see the Pain Split on Trev, which I think is still an option. You know who runs Pain Split is everyone's favorite, Phil Umis. He's a fan, and I am too. I think it's a solid move. However, it was kind of nerfed pretty quickly after it was buffed, and I think since then everyone's kind of just been on the Horn Leech train, which is a weird train. The tickets are wildly expensive.
Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, the train got set up in a good neighborhood and all of a sudden you can't take it anymore. I don't know. It's a bit of a bummer.
It is weird, but that's what happens when a train, they start getting too big,
Yeah. I liked it before. It was cool for sure. Bruv lets the Woodhammer onto the Absol, forces out the full heal at the very least. Nevorix going in 1v4 and is going to fall.
Man, that's so unfortunate. I mean, they really had an opportunity to pick something up right there. Unfortunately, that Unite move just barely misses, and they're not able to pick up a KO right here. Nouns in a great position for this fight. Big Absol Unite move. Takes some damage onto ADESu, but, that's Clefable. Able to really heal a lot of that back. You're going to need to do burst very fast if they have a Clefable on their team. The Hoopa Unite bringing them right in a perfect spot to actually just get taken down by Nouns Esports right here, as they have complete command of this fight.
Yeah, IKless trying to hold on to that Hyperspace Fury, the big fists from nowhere move that Hoopa gets access to when they're uniting. So the last moment they tried to find the Secure, but unfortunately they didn't get the Delphox in the stun. So Toon's still able to secure very easily with that Delphox, of course, having their own host of burst damage options available to them with this specific build.
One of my favorite things about competitive play, and when the season starts coming around and people have to make big moves and big choices, is when you see a Pokemon that you didn't expect to see in comp actually make a difference. And it's really cool to see Absol here today. You didn't see a lot of teams running it. You don't see a ton of it in ACL or anything like that. It's been in and out of competitive play for a long time, and I'm just really happy to see something like that. I was very surprised to see Leafeon. Now I'm pretty surprised to see Absol. It's just great players on some of these Pokemon can really start to make the meta shift around them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, securing Regis and Rays seems like more important than ever, and having Absol Unite for that option is pretty good. And a lot of players are becoming to rely on it. It might struggle at parts of the game or against very popular choices on the other side, but if it still has some kind of value, it's at least worth considering in draft.
Yeah, and it's always great to have a power pick, at least what you would play as a power pick, and have it very little chance of you not getting it. That's such an advantage, to have a Pokemon that you are great with, and it's really hard to counter in draft mode. That's just such a strong thing to bring to a team.
Yeah, totally with you there. All right, Glaceon hanging out on the top side of this map. Buzzwole roaming as well. Absol actually looking to see if they can make their way all the way to the enemy goal zone for a bit of a back cap. And Megu is actually abandoning their post a little bit. So Absol might have the potential chance to get a sneaky Hundo Burger into that goal zone on the top side.
And they're going to want that. This game is incredibly close right here. Qlaziks getting caught a little bit by the fire spin and the snipe shot right there. Buzzwole also getting caught. Glaceon charging up its spears, unfortunately getting its passive taken down by the Rayquaza Whirlwind right there. Looks like Megu has gone to the top path to deal with Absol. Absol is going to have to peel back, but it is being chased down super hard right now. The hyperspace hole sending it home. Nice little play right there as we have Bruv moving forward. Bruv is just in command of so many of these fights. If you watch Bruv, you'll just see everything from Nouns Esports kind of take place. He sets up all of these massive engagements for a lot of the carries on his team. Looking for something on Hoopa right here. Missing his wood hammers. Nice big damage going down. A full rain of the icicle spears. It's going to have to peel back into the moonlight as this team is going to continue pushing. Hoopa Unite move is out, eating a snipe shot, but someone's going to need to make a decision. This game is so close. I don't think anybody knows who's ahead, Zoinks.
Good call by Qlaziks to just run up and eat that fire spin so none of their carries get targeted by that one. Megu starts getting to work at the backline, and Bruv is protecting their own backline as Buzzwole goes down. Rayquaza finally about to be secured, and it's Nouns Esports that finds that takeaway. Yûtao on the Inteleon, the one to find the secure, and now Nouns Esports in pole position to start this series 1-0.
Yeah, they are going to do that, and it's one of those unfortunate moments. They didn't know they actually were ahead when they start that rip. I'm sure they thought it was close. Obviously they looked for that back cap, but yeah, they were unaware that they actually were ahead on the side of Convicts.
Yeah. Well, there it is. Nouns Esports 1-0. Now 1 game away from qualifying for the top 8 of the Aeos Cup qualifiers. And Convicts in a situation with their backs against the wall currently.
Yeah, I think there's no. What is your prediction here, Zoinks? Not just a win or a loss here, but I mean we're seeing a few Pokemon we have not seen. On the side of Convicts, we've not seen Alolan Ninetales yet. We've not seen them bring out the chicken, I don't think. What do you think about their contribution to the match?
I'm excited for it. I think A9 is going to be a very, very difficult Pokemon to get on top of. Buzzwole is going to really struggle in that specific engagement. The Unite move from Alolan Ninetales is really just the best anti-dive tool I think that exists in Unite right now. So a great option. However, Megu is not really known to show up in the bottom side of the map very often. They are kind of one of those top path players that loves to just stay up top, grind their stacks, and just make sure that they're like very, very high level for the final fight.
That's
where they prefer to be.
Exactly how I love to play top path, by the way. I know you of course want to, work with your team. But when you're dominating top path, dude, I mean, I'm setting up camp. I live there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to go anywhere. Every time you do see me, I'm 2 levels higher than you think I should be. It's very fun, but you rarely see me. I'm kind of like a hermit up there in that top path.
I like that Sage-style top path play. I think that's a good look from you, Spraggles.
Thank you.
IKless brought out by Megu, super powered. However, there are both a Leafeon and Combusken here to defend the goal zone. One of those Pokemon is beautiful. One of them is the ugliest thing ever created. I'll let you decide which.
Yeah, Leafeon looks like trash. Good thing we have Combusken around to look really, really beautiful. I swear, there is something so fun about so many like 3-stage evolutions. So many of the second stage is such like an awkward teenager. It's a very fun choice.
So yeah, I'm glad they fully committed to it because they nailed it with Combusken.
They really did.
What they were looking for. Yeah.
Everyone loves their first stage, right?
Yeah.
Their second stage, everyone's like, get me out of here. And then their third one is varying levels of it's trying to be cool. Right?
Yeah.
And some of them nail cool. The thing about being cool is it's hard. Okay, take it from someone who is never cool. It's hard to be cool. When you try to be cool, it almost always doesn't work. However, every once in a while, you get Greninja.
Yeah. That is true. Do you think Frogadier's hot? Whatever. All right.
Frogadier's actually okay. Frogadier's okay.
Yeah.
You're
Nouns
right.
Esports off to obviously an incredible start. ADESu immediately pivoting away from the goal zone. Good mental math from them in particular. Not want to break that evenly. And tonslim on this Blastoise again. The last time we saw them, they were spinning to win, of course. And why change that up? An early water spout. You get that cooldown back, and you swing right back into the fray. Blastoise is going to have to walk away from that engagement, though. Cannot chase down the Chaos at this level.
Blizzard Avalanche is still ridiculously good. I mean, the amount of damage it provides is insane. The push on it, I feel like, is underrated, how good that push is. Although, seeing Yûtao on Espeon really brings a smile to this Cowboy's face. Because, as I was mentioning earlier, I think this Pokemon is great and a little slept on, just because of how good all the Eevees are.
Yeah, busted. I really do think so. Espeon, incredibly strong. And now the Registeel buff has been earned by Nouns Esports. Qlaziks and Oni trying to defend this bottom tier goal zone. However, it's probably not going to work out in the way they intended, as then we have a few dunks in. Goal zone left at 8. Make that even 3. But at least in the meantime, Convicts were able to take the Regieleki and set it towards tier 1.
Yeah, but now we have the team porting up into the top path here. IKless going down. There's really nothing that this is going to do. They're just going to have to peel away as Nouns is continuing to push towards this goal zone. They've got 30 in the hands of Bruv, but they also can just pick up these KOs and continue to secure in this bottom path. Right now we see Raytow on level 9 for this Blaziken, which is a great place for it to be. Once it hits 8 and it gets the ability to switch between its stances, it's a completely different Pokemon. So we're going to have to see if it has more of an effect on this match now.
Yeah, because so far it's had basically nothing. So you're really hoping for at least some kind of showcase of what this Pokemon can do, because obviously you and I, both quite big fans. Blastoise just taking all that damage in change, walking away from it. So much defense boost when you're in Rapid Spin. The Blastoise able to really hang with the toughest of them.
Blastoise already level 11, by the way, just hanging out in that bottom path. Experience-wise, Convicts are getting diffed pretty hard right now. And it's not going to be a good place for them to be. They're getting score diffed, experience diffed. It looks like they didn't get Buzzwole or Blastoise, so maybe they got draft diffed. I mean, it's just not a great position to be in. Blastoise looking to make something happen right here. Here comes the Blastoise Unite move onto nobody. They're already gone. We're looking for a huge overcap in this top path. Who's going to take it? It is Buzzwole with the 40.
Meanwhile, Bruv is just winning a 1v1 onto the enemy goal zone. Like, this is the hardest I think we've seen Nouns Esports win a early game from any of these squads in EU. Like, this is the best showing we've seen from them, and I guess it's a pretty great time to do it because literally one game away from qualifying for top 8. Convicts, though, not out of it yet, but their win conditions are shrinking, like, by the minute.
Isn't it classic Nouns to make it here into this loser's bracket for this? It's just exactly what they do. Huge wood hammer, huge Unite move, massive rapid spin. Everybody is just kind of gone. Blaziken's like, yeah, look at me. I can kick with my big fiery chicken leg. It doesn't mean anything. You're all done.
Oh my word. What a sick showing from Nouns Esports. Literally, it was all those moves you listed in tandem, one after another, in perfect timing. Espeon picking up 4 after that Woodhammer is criminal. I mean, if I'm Convicts, I'm putting up the controller. Be like, yep, that was a good run, guys. We had a great tournament. Let's maybe pack this one up.
Here we go. Some points raining in. They need this, obviously. 4 minutes on the clock. The game is far from over, but boy, experience-wise, they're quite a bit behind, and now we're just watching another big fight as Megu just decides to kind of be mean right here. Gonna see if they can take down this Slowbro. It's only level 9. What a massive level advantage here. Level 13 on the Buzzy Boy. Blastoise just hit 13, which means it has Rapid Spin Plus, which the defense bonus on that is absolutely absurd. It's like plus 300 or something dumb.
Wow, that is very dumb. In a world with double experience share, you should never be seeing supports on the enemy team basically catching up in levels to the enemy central area. That should not be existing. And Nouns Esports was accomplishing that like a moment ago. Raytow was 11 and Bruv was 10. So extremely close to these enemies. I mean, Nouns Esports is just... they're off into a whole different world, it seems like, right now, and it's a good one because they are currently leading us with 319 on the scoreboard, and like you were mentioning, levels for days.
Yeah, it's just the score lead is great for them because they don't need to be the ones to make a play, and the level lead just makes it almost impossible. Once you have this kind of a level lead, all Nouns needs to do is just zone you out of Ray. Right. And it's pretty easy to do when you don't have the ability to catch up because your Pokemon are just so much weaker in comparison. Even if you get a nice big pick on an enemy, you just can't do enough damage to it. You know, you're only a level 11 Alolan Ninetales as opposed to a level 14 on the other side. So it's going to be tough. Going to be really tough.
It's great for Nouns Esports as well. Like you were mentioning, they have an advantage at that final Ray fight because they don't need to be the ones to initiate. That's awesome. It's a very difficult composition to initiate into. Clefable, Slowbro, but we're starting a little bit early. Slow Beam onto the Buzzwole. Megu's going to Unite move back the other way. Emerald 2-step from Nevorix, but the Solar Blade goes wide, and Megu is actually going to take full advantage of that and takes out that KO, and now they're just buying time. 4 members of Convicts has to chase down Megu. It's a trade 1-for-1. Megu gone for 30 seconds. The rest of Nouns Esports just defending the ring.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge play. If they get that without a player going down, I think that's massive. With a player going down, it's good still because it's a bigger KO, right? But it's not as huge. Raytow, on the other hand, deciding that it's time to fight. Rayquaza is getting ripped right here. They have great secure. Here comes the Hoopa Unite move. Buzzwole back in 2 seconds. Massive Unite from the Espeon. Everything goes down before Buzzwole even comes back. 3 members down. Rayquaza is at half. There goes the Blaziken. The only one left is the Leafeon hiding in the Reddit bush. I don't think it's going to be enough, as actually Nouns doesn't even need to hit Rayquaza right here. They're just waiting for Leafeon to come on in. Too early, it goes down, and Nouns heads to your top 8.
Good work, ADESu, getting up in the face of a Leafeon with a Registeel buff. Even a Hoopa can have enough threatening damage to force a Leafeon to make a tricky situation. And yes, Spraggles, you are correct. Nouns Esports will be playing next weekend in the top 8 of our Aeos Cup qualifiers. And unfortunately, Convicts will be going home.
Yeah, I mean... look, you would expect this to play out like this. Not that Convicts isn't a great team. I mean...